All right, I think we should be started. All right, so let me tweet this out first. I always forget to tweet that we've started, so let me do that first. All right. Cool. Okay, all done. Great. So, good morning from Japan. Welcome to Mira's Miracle MIRAdio episode 4. All right, and I guess good evening to people in America, and I don't know where everyone else is watching from, but hello. So, yeah, to start off the stream a little bit, things in Japan. So, it's gotten a lot warmer these days. It's actually kind of hot now. I usually record in my walk-in closet, but it's gotten very hot in there. For my stream, I don't use my walk-in closet because I knew that it would get hot in the summer and that I would not be able to do that. So I'm just in my room. But yeah, for my home studio, I'm usually in my closet. But yeah, yesterday evening, I was recording, but yeah, it got like really hot and I was starting to sweat a bit, so I can feel that summer is on the way, which is nice, but at the same time a little frightening because summer is always and humid in Japan. Yeah, and so thank you very much to everyone who wished me happy birthday on my birthday. I spent it at the Japanese DMV getting my Japanese driver's license. Woohoo! But I did pass the test, so I did get my Japanese driver's license. And to be honest, it was very stressful because I had my American one, and for a bunch of reasons, I couldn't renew my American license anymore, so I had to convert it to a Japanese one, or else I would lose eligibility to drive anywhere. And I didn't want that, so yeah, I converted it on the last day possible. Woo! Waiting till the last minute. So yes, I can now drive. Not saying that I should, but I am able to legally drive in Japan. So yeah, today's topic, or this month's topic, is all kinds of holidays. So I wanted to touch a bit on holidays because in Japan, a bunch of holidays are coming up. We call it Golden Week. It's the end of April, beginning of May. So I thought, I guess it's a good timing to talk about holidays. So yeah, let's get to it. So I was doing a little bit of research about US and Japanese holidays. And I found like a bunch of not holidays, but just events in Japan. Like for example, in the summer, we have Tanabata, which is July 7th, but that's not a national holiday, actually. It's just like an event. So I guess it's kind of like Valentine's Day also. It's not a national holiday, but it's an event. So yeah, there were a few that kind of surprised me. I was like, wait, why is this not a national holiday? So I did make a little image illustration chart thing to show all the different holidays, Japan versus America, because that's where I'm from. So very briefly, there's a lot on this. So doom. All right. So as you can see, it's kind of interesting. Oh, good morning. Welcome. So Japan has many more holidays than America, which is surprising, I think, because I feel like Japanese people work so hard. But actually, Japan has more holidays, national holidays, than America. So super briefly, let's just zip right through it. Japan, New Year's, obviously January 1st. Coming of Age Day is the second Monday in January. So Coming of Age Day, it used to be 20 years old, but they moved it down. So the coming of age is actually 18 years old now. So yeah, they changed that a few years ago, actually. So they had to celebrate all of the 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and 20-year-olds in 1 year to cover all of them when they switched, which was kind of interesting. What do you do on the coming of age day? You go to like the city hall, like and yeah, you go to like the event hall and listen to a few speeches, see your friends that you haven't seen in a while, and actually nowadays, because they changed the age, I guess you can't go drinking afterwards. When it was 20, you could go drinking afterwards with your friends because the drinking age here is 20. I don't understand English very well and it makes me sleepy. It's okay. Sleep again. I approve. But yeah, so you just listen to a bunch of people and see a bunch of your friends. National Foundation Day, February 11th. We don't really do much on that day. The Emperor's birthday, February 23rd. I think there's like a parade and the Emperor addresses the nation. But that's about it. Vernal Equinox Day, March 20th. You don't really do anything on this day either. Showa Day, April 29th. So actually, this is one of the days that I don't really understand why we celebrate Showa Day but not any other day. Like we don't have Taisho Day. We don't have like I don't think we have Meiji Day. We don't have any other era or emperor day. We only have Showa Day. And I wonder, will there be a Reiwa Day one day? I don't know. So Showa Day marks the beginning of Golden Week. So yeah, I guess this year the 29th falls on a Tuesday. So if I remember correctly, many many people just start their Golden Week on the Saturday before, so the 26th. Maybe I got it. Nice! So yeah, a bunch of holidays in Golden Week. So Showa Day is the start, Constitution Memorial Day, May 3rd, Greenery Day, which sometimes is also called Green Day, May 4th, Children's Day, May 5th, and that typically ends the Golden Week. Honestly, you don't really do much to celebrate these days. You just, it's just a day off. And then after that, we don't have anything in June. Marine Day, third Monday in July. It usually is around the day that kids get out of school in Japan for summer vacation. So I always kind of had Marine Day in my mind as the start of summer vacation. So it was always kind of an exciting period for me. And then after that we have Mountain Day, August 11th. You don't really do anything for that day either. Respect, oh my gosh, respect for the aged day, not or, respect for the aged day, the third Monday in September. You just call your grandparents, tell them, thank you for everything, I respect you. And Autumnal Equinox Day, September 23rd, also don't do much. Not many holidays in the US. Yeah, actually. Yeah. National holidays, no. But many, like, religious holidays or state holidays, which is very interesting. I don't think there are any, like, prefectural holidays in Japan. And Sports Day, second Monday in October. I think originally this used to be somewhere else. It got moved to October, I think, sometime. When we had the Olympics in Japan, this day got moved. I forgot from where to what. But it was moved. Culture Day, November 3rd. There are a few events. I think my friend went to Meiji Shrine on Culture Day and they were doing some kind of event there. And then finally Labor Thanksgiving Day, November 23rd. Which is very close to the American Thanksgiving Day. Sometimes it's like the same week. Yes. So, yeah. Many national holidays in Japan. On the other hand, are there many Japanese holidays? Yes, there are. I feel like every month except for June, there's a holiday, a national holiday in Japan. But yeah, let's look at USA. USA, New Year's Day, same, January 1st. MLK Day, which stands for Martin Luther King Day, the third Monday in January. And President's Day, third Monday in February. Memorial Day, last Monday in May. Juneteenth, which was added recently in the past few years. Maybe in the past 2 or 3 years it was added. Independence Day, July 4th. Labor Day, which is the first Monday in September. Veterans Day, November 11th, Thanksgiving, which is the fourth Thursday in November, and Christmas, December 25th. So, yeah, there's actually not many national US holidays, which is surprising, because I feel like we're always celebrating something, I don't know. However, it was interesting. I asked my friends yesterday, my Japanese friends yesterday, what's your favorite holiday in Japan? And they didn't really have an answer like right away. They had to think about it. They were like, oh, because we don't really do much to celebrate the holidays in Japan. So if you recall, for the Japanese holidays when I was introducing them, a lot of the times I said, we don't do anything. But on the other hand, in America, we do celebrate most of the holidays, some more than others. We usually celebrate American holidays with like barbecues, fireworks, sales. We always see like mattress sales. I don't know why, but we always have a mattress sale for like, I guess for like Labor Day, for Memorial Day. So yeah, we do celebrate more, I guess. Isn't Halloween as exciting as Christmas? Isn't it a holiday? Good question. Halloween is big, but not as big as Christmas. And Halloween is actually not a national holiday. It's an event, yes. So, which is actually a pretty good segue to my next slide. So, here. I can move this girl up a little bit. Alright. So, holidays and events. So, events are not holidays, but things we still celebrate. So, this we celebrate in both America and Japan. So New Year's Day we celebrate in National Foundation Day / Independence Day for America. Valentine's Day we both have. Halloween we also both have. Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving / Labor Day. It's kind of interesting. Thanksgiving Day in Japan is kind of a combination of Thanksgiving plus Labor Day in America. And then finally Christmas we both celebrate also. So I'll talk more about these because I think it's interesting to kind of compare the differences. So yeah, New Year's Day in America, we have fireworks, and usually we start on New Year's Eve. We have like a countdown. There are many countdown events in New York. Times Square is very famous for having the big ball drop. And having a big countdown event in Times Square. And we have fireworks and people shouting in the streets, Happy New Year. But I think that's really about it for New Year's Day in America. If there are any Americans listening, feel free to pitch in if I'm forgetting something. Versus in Japan, New Year's Day is a little bit more mellow. We also start celebrating from New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve, most people are off. I actually thought New Year's Eve was a national holiday in Japan, but when I was researching, it didn't say so I was a bit surprised. So New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, let's start there. New Year's Eve, we usually eat soba. We call it toshikoshi soba, which means like leaping the year, or like going from year to year soba, kind of. Many fireworks in America for events and holidays. There are no fireworks in Japan for New Year's. There are a few countdown events, but traditionally, that's not how it's celebrated. Traditionally, you stay home, spend time with your family, eat soba, and I would say like some people go to the temples and shrines there's like if you've been to Japan, you know that there's like a huge bell that people gong to obviously to notify the time, but also on New Year's Eve at night we start to gong the bell. I think it was like 80 times or 80, I don't know why, but I want to say 87, but I might be incorrect. So they ring the bell, they hit the bell, and some people go hit the bell. I did that, I want to say like maybe 7-8 years ago. So yeah, that's kind of how New Year's Eve is spent. And then New Year's Day, we eat osechi, which is traditional Japanese New Year's food. There are a lot of different types of osechi, and some sweet, some salty, some kind of bland. And honestly, I'm not sure if many Americans would like osechi. Maybe the sweet ones they would like, but yeah, it's very like fish-based, lots of like fish paste stuff, which can be a hit or miss for many Americans. It would be interesting to see fireworks. Yes, fireworks. It's very interesting in America. I think we're more about how big and how many. And in Japan, fireworks is more artistic. There's different types of fireworks. There's I told my friends this and they would not believe me, but in Japan there's like underwater fireworks, and I swear it's a real thing in Japan, but my friends did not believe that there were underwater fireworks. They're like, no, how can that be? But please look it up if you doubt me. It's a thing in Japan. So yeah, New Year's Day in Japan, most stores are closed. Some places like malls have what we call hatsuuri, which is first sale. obviously sales for New Year's Day. And then the first 3 days of the year is called the Sanganichi, which people are supposed to, or people are encouraged to, go to the shrines and temple to pray for a good year. But because most people go during that timing, it gets very, very crowded. So I know a few people who deliberately don't go on the first 3 days because it's too crowded, which I definitely understand. No shame. Hatsuuri, yes! Exactly. Hatsuuri gets pretty crowded too. I went this year with my cousins, but honestly, if it weren't for my cousins, I would not go. Alright, moving on to National Foundation Day in Japan, Independence Day for America. I don't really know how we celebrate. I feel like we don't really celebrate National Foundation Day in any way. In Japan, it's just a day off from work. And then Independence Day in America, fireworks, barbecue. And most people wear like red, white, and blue on this day. National Foundation Day, I guess like for all national holidays, the police stations will have like the Japanese flag, and also the buses will also have like a national flag waving around. But other than that, that's about it really. Independence Day, yeah, we have big fireworks everywhere. Yeah, Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is quite different from Japan and America. So let's talk about Japanese Valentine's Day. Japanese Valentine's Day, the girls give chocolate or candy or whatever to guys or to their friends or to their colleagues, basically anyone. So there's this whole kind of guessing game of is this honmei, which is like real love, versus is this tomochoko, which means friend chocolate. So because girls give to a lot of people for Valentine's Day, many guys who get the chocolate are like, wait, is this like for real, or is this just like friend chocolate? There's a lot of mixed signals going on that day. And tomochoko, yes. Are there fireworks shows like in Japan? No. Fireworks festivals or shows in Japan are very, very artistic. And it's truly like a work of art. But in America, I've never seen fireworks shows like Japanese ones. So if anyone is visiting Japan in the summer, I highly recommend going to a fireworks show in Japan. You will be blown away at their artistry. And yes, moving back to Valentine's Day. And then Valentine's Day, a lot of people celebrate not just couples, and I've heard many people kind of complain that it's like a a nuisance. Like they don't really want to give chocolate to anyone, but they feel pressured to give chocolate because everyone else is. And then in Japan, we also have White Day, which is 1 month after Valentine's Day, March 14th. March 14th, the guys or the people who got chocolate on Valentine's Day will return chocolate to the person that gave them chocolate, obviously. So it's kind of a give and then take situation. But yeah, White Day, I think I read somewhere, only exists in Japan and Korea, if I'm correct. But yeah, in America, there's no White Day. So moving on to American Valentine's Day. American Valentine's Day is mostly just for couples. And the men will give chocolate or roses, flowers, and presents to their girlfriend or their wife, or the person that they are interested in. So yeah, it's mostly just a couple's day. And yeah, like I mentioned, there's no White Day. So the women who receive chocolate and flowers on Valentine's Day do not have to give anything back. We just say, "Oh, thank you," and finish. Yeah. So that's that for Valentine's Day. Moving on to Halloween. All right. So Halloween is also a little bit different. Pretty different. From Japan to America. Japanese Halloween, I feel like many people consider it as like a young people's holiday or event. And only like the people who like to party, those people will celebrate Halloween. And yeah, there's a lot of like Halloween goods and like Halloween candy being sold, but most people don't really celebrate it. Giving flowers on Valentine's Day is romantic. Yeah, yes. I don't know why we don't do that in Japan. We should. It's nice. And describing yourself, you young party animal, Mira. Not quite. I'm not a party person at all. I do not celebrate Halloween much. So in Japan, I guess the biggest event would be like Shibuya Halloween. During COVID, they tried to kind of end Shibuya Halloween, and I've never been, but before COVID, yeah, like the whole Shibuya crossing is filled with people dressed up, and they will, yeah, it's kind of almost like the cosplay section of comic market. Like people will be either posing or just like walking around, people will be taking pictures, and recently I've also heard that like for people living in apartment complexes, they will have a small like trick-or-treating event, but it's managed by the people in the complex, and it's like pre-decided like which people will kind of cooperate and which people are not joining, and yeah, it's all for like the little kids who are in the apartment complexes. But yeah, still trick-or-treating is not very big in Japan. Just the costume side of it is a little bit bigger. Versus, yeah, in America, some people get super into it, and even like kind of older people will still celebrate. We have like Halloween parties, which were interesting, I would say. Everyone dresses up, and it can also, I guess, like the costume level is also very different. In Japan, I feel like if you're going to wear a costume, it has to be like good. But in America, I feel like I see a lot of costumes that are half-assed. They throw on something and they're like, oh yeah, this is whatever from whatever, or yeah, I'm a ghost. So yeah, I feel like the costume level is very different. It's like all or nothing in Japan versus America. Yeah, there's a lot of like homemade, like I just thought of this last night kind of costumes, which I don't blame, honestly. I was kind of like that too. I was a witch for most of my life. My mom actually made my witch costume, and because my mom made it, I would wear it every year, and she would just kind of adjust, like if I grew taller, she would just adjust the straps, and yeah, so every year I was a witch. And then I think one year I was also like a judo player, because I actually did do judo, and my parents were like, yeah, that's a costume, sure. So yeah, we were the half-assed costumes. I was definitely one of them. Me attending a con with my Mimi Sonic cosplay, brought to you by Amazon purchases. Yes. Yeah, but honestly, like, I feel like that's okay. Like, you don't, yeah. I feel like in Japan, there's this pressure of like, it has to be good. But in America, it's more free. Like, just do whatever. Whatever makes your day, whatever is most convenient for you. And yeah, trick-or-treating in America is very big. But yeah, only for kids. I would say I trick-or-treated, I think, until like first year of middle school, maybe. So that would be like 6th grade. So you would go in your neighborhood. If the lights are on, you can ring the doorbell, and say trick or treat. And the person would open the door. You would say, Happy Halloween. And the person will say, tell me a joke. So you have to have a joke ready. And the jokes are pretty bad. They're really bad jokes. I can't even remember like any Halloween jokes. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Halloween joke. I can't remember any. Oh my gosh. Like the only one that I can remember is something that we made up that makes no sense. So you would tell the joke and the person at the house will laugh or not laugh and say like, oh, good joke, and they will give you candy. And yeah, the candy that they give us usually is like chocolate, or what else was there? Like gummies, kind of like Skittles. They're not really chocolate, but yeah, like candy, chocolate. And I remember my dentist's house, they always give out toothbrushes. Which is hilarious, but good for them. I like it. So yeah, Halloween. We always celebrated it in elementary school also. We had like a Halloween Day parade, which is fun. Moving on to Thanksgiving Day in Japan and Thanksgiving/Labor Day in America. So Thanksgiving Day in Japan, again, we don't really do anything. We just take the day off of work and yeah, relax, not be at work for once. Yeah, Thanksgiving and Labor Day in America. Labor Day, I don't really feel like we do anything. I guess fireworks and mattress sale. But Thanksgiving, we do a lot of things. Thanksgiving in America, we have turkey, like a whole turkey. And we invite family mostly, and sometimes friends also. We call that Friendsgiving. But yeah, family, friends have a big dinner together. And we usually have turkey as the main, and then we have like cranberry sauce or gravy to put on the turkey. And then we have mashed potatoes. Oh, and we have stuffing. Stuffing is like croutons and what else is there? Like nuts, dried fruits. And we put it inside the turkey. And yeah, I remember we always used to have leftover stuffing that we didn't use at all. Like it's basically just croutons, and I loved eating just the croutons plain as like a snack. It was really good. And what else do we have? Some homes also have like ham, and also like pie, I guess, would be a very traditional Thanksgiving Day food. Like pumpkin pie, cranberry pie? No, maybe. Apple pie, different kinds of pie. And what else for Thanksgiving? Oh, we always have the Macy's Day Parade. So there's this big parade in New York, I think, that I don't really know like the purpose. It's just a parade, and yeah, always on Thanksgiving, people are dancing, people have these big balloons of like famous characters, and yeah, I've watched it maybe once, but that's about it. And we need to have stuffing year-round, no longer a Thanksgiving exclusive. Yeah, I honestly think stuffing should be around all year because it's so good. Why don't we use it more often? And yeah, Thanksgiving usually is on, or no, not usually, always is on a Thursday, but most people kind of take Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. So they work Monday, Tuesday, they're off the rest of the week for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I quite liked Thanksgiving. It was cool. I actually really like turkey too, but I don't think I've ever seen turkey in Japan. So I kind of miss turkey. Yeah. And then finally, Christmas. So Christmas is quite different also from Japan and America. Japanese Christmas is more of a couple's day. And a lot of times people celebrate Christmas Eve more than Christmas. So couples will go on Christmas Eve dates and Christmas dates, I guess. And yeah, usually in Japan, you would go see like really beautiful Christmas lights. There's a famous place in Shibuya called the Blue Cave, Ao no Dokutsu. I went there last year with my friend, and it was actually smaller than I thought it was. It's not actually a cave, it's just like it's a street. And all of the lights are blue, and it's pretty, but is it worth going? I mean, it's free, but there are a lot of people there. So yeah, maybe like once in a lifetime you can go, but I'm not sure if I would go there again, to be honest. But yeah, there are lots of Christmas lights. Like Yomiuri Land, which is an amusement park, also has very beautiful Christmas lights. And Enoshima also has very nice Christmas lights. So yeah, a lot of places kind of promote their Christmas lights. And then Christmas, I don't know why. I have no idea where this came from or why, but in Japan, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, is like a big thing for Christmas. This is only Japan. Well, actually, I don't know only, but we don't do that in America. KFC is disgusting in America, I'm sorry. Yeah, KFC in America is so bad. Like, why would you eat that on Christmas? That would ruin my Christmas. But KFC in Japan, I think, is better quality. But I have no idea why people eat KFC in Japan for Christmas. And cake is also like another big thing. So like the traditional Christmas dinner would be KFC and cake. That's like, yeah, the staple but yeah, very different from America. And then also, yeah, you give presents to your usually to your significant other for Christmas. I remember once I spent my first Christmas in Japan, I bought Christmas presents for like all of my family, like my aunt and my uncle and my cousins, and of course they were super happy, but they were also like very surprised because yeah, like usually it's not a very like family event, it's more of a couples event, and within the family, usually like the parents would give Christmas presents to kids, but the kids never really buy Christmas presents for like adults or other family members. So I guess that was kind of surprising for them. But yeah, and then yeah, Santa does exist in Japan also. I'm not gonna ruin anyone's dream, but yes, Santa only comes to the little kids. I think some households do like the whole cookies and milk for Santa, but not all. And also the Christmas trees in Japan are so small and cute. Because most Japanese houses are smaller than American ones, there's not much space to put up a big tree. So, yeah, usually it's like a smaller mini tree. And I don't really know if people have like stockings. And I don't really see candy canes around either. So candy canes are non-existent. Stockings are also kind of non-existent. Yeah, because the trees are smaller. Yeah, and then Christmas in America is mostly a family event. You spend with your family, and many people also start leaving presents, like Christmas presents, under the tree before Christmas. So I would say like maybe start of December, presents will slowly start to gather under the Christmas tree. And then on Christmas Day, you open your presents. And I don't know, is there really like a traditional Christmas dinner? I would say like maybe turkey again, or like ham, like roast chicken maybe. But there's no real like traditional Christmas food in America, I would say. But also I did not grow up in an American household, so I might not know the specifics. Yeah, and then Christmas Eve actually isn't really such a big thing, I would say. It's just a normal day, Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is what we celebrate mostly. And then Christmas lights also are very popular in America, but it's mostly people's houses. So especially if you live in a Christian neighborhood, many people will put Christmas lights and Christmas decorations on their house. And yeah, it's very interesting to see. Some people go like beyond expectations. So they have like, I don't know, like flickering lights, and I had one, there was one house that had like a Christmas countdown tracker. So every day, like if you go past it, it would say like 10 days until Christmas, 9 days until Christmas. And yeah, I would say, yeah, it was very extra, but yeah, if you live in a very Christian neighborhood, sometimes you'll see some extra houses. So yeah, I think that covers most of it. Does anyone have any questions about any of the holidays or events that we mentioned? Either here or here. I do want to mention, I guess, like some summer events in Japan. It's not really a holiday, but an event. I mentioned earlier Tanabata, which is July 7th. And we have like a bamboo tree, and we write our wishes and on paper, and we tie it to the bamboo tree. And it's traditionally like when two kind of long distance relationship people can meet up, like that's the day that they see each other kind of event. But yeah, we usually have like a festival, and that's about it. Yeah. And then the fireworks festival also in Japan is very artistic, beautiful. So if you're ever in Japan during the summer, highly recommend. I don't really know if there are any other events that I want to mention in America, honestly. I think yeah, Christmas is pretty big. Thanksgiving's pretty big. Valentine's Day, nice if you have a significant other. Halloween's pretty interesting too, if you're a kid too. But yeah, so I think that covers it all. I'm glad I got to get everything out of the way. So yeah, the different holidays and events in Japan and America. So yeah, well, I know there are some maybe Japanese people listening, but if anyone has any plans for Golden Week, feel free to comment. What are your plans for Golden Week? I will stream the Japanese version of this on the 29th to kick off Golden Week, and then I will see some friends, have lunch with my family, and that's about it, honestly. Because Golden Week, everyone is off, it gets really crowded everywhere, so I honestly don't really want to go out too much during Golden Week. Yeah, you need like reservations to go anywhere, and yeah, it just gets too crowded. So yeah, so I think I'll start wrapping this up then. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mira's Miracle MIRAdio about holidays and events in Japan and America. And yeah, I hope you learned something, and yeah, I will see you in the next stream, which is again the end of this month, April 29th, for America and Japan. The times are a little different because of the time zones, but both are gonna be on the same day. So yeah, after Yotsuba Day, I don't know what Yotsuba Day is. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for all the comments. And I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you.